This content is not suitable for persons under 13 years of age. Hello Bots and Bits fans, welcome back. Today we're taking a very good look at the Yes Model Fire Engine. This is their knockoff oversized version of the Maketoys Vulcan, which I think was a chug or a deluxe scale hotspot, something like that. Anyway, this is about 2 years in the making. A lot of us didn't think that this would ever arrive, but here it is. Now in this video I'm going to be focusing on the bot mode, so if you're only interested in combined mode, that video will be coming next. Oh, I nearly forgot. Don't forget to check out the website and merch store for stuff like this. It is Mother Grimlock Superior by Tattoos by Aussie. You would have seen his artwork pop up in a lot of places, that's for sure. Alright, let's get into it. Now, first things first, I bought this from the wonderful guys over at ShowZStore.com. Great service as always, shipped out really fast, even considering what's happening in the world at the moment. So straight out of the box, he comes like this. First thing I'm going to do is separate these legs, untab these feet, bring these around, rotate, fold around like that, then bring that back up as a heel. And same on the other side. Untab these sections. The first time I did it, they were really tight. Fold them down like that. Then you need to slide these down, and it's so tight, and I'm putting heaps of pressure on that. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, that was tight. And then the same on this side. Fold them back down, past these. Get in there. There you have him. Alright, so accessory-wise, he comes with a lot. As you can see down here, let's just prop up a little bit. How's that, better? Better. Alright, comes with a ton of stuff. Firstly, we get his ladder and combiner head. The ladder extends nice and stiffly and is on a ratchet. Then we also get his combiner chest plate, which tabs into the ladder piece. 2 clips there and clip holes there. Tap that in, then put the ladder on top like that, and then these 2 tabs go into here, like that. Next we have his missile pods, which look a little bit lackluster. The combiner hands are inside, we'll take a look at them after. The grey plastic on here is like pretty swirly. It sort of looks like those really cheap knockoff MP Starscreams. If you've seen one of them, you'll know what I'm talking about. You suck! Yellow paint's not done too bad, and the plastic all feels really nice and sturdy. And these, I think that's the wrist joint for combiner mode, that is super stiff. And these shoulder cannons tab in here and here, so we're just going to slide that in. Oh, there we go. The side tab really doesn't do anything, but the tab here in this chest plate is quite deep and is doing all the work. Now the combined up backpack uses the combiner port here to attach to its back, just like so. And we also get his combiner feet, which are nice and hefty, and the plastic feels really thick and really strong on these ones. You can see the wheels there, they're solid plastic, spin decently. Yeah, the detail's fine. I'm not really seeing anything that's worth complaining about. Not even any swirling in this grey plastic, which is a little bit weird considering the missile pods. Now the leg armor attaches in bot mode using this spring-loaded tab hole here and this tab here. We also get his cannon, which are just solid grey sculpted plastic. Each on their own they look okay, and then you can also combine them to make a epic blaster like that. And then for his cannons you can either have 1 gun and 2 gun, like that, or double-handed blaster. I was hoping to maybe do like an underslung minigun style, but this peg just won't go into the handhole for some reason. Well, obvious reason, it's too big. I thought it would fit though. This one also came with a spare blaster. Now I can't remember which character came with the wrong gun, but this comes with the replacement. I didn't actually need the replacement. If you look, I've got 4, 2 of each side, so I don't really need this one, but whatever. And then finally we get very detailed instructions, 1 for bot mode, 1 for combine mode. All done up, here's one absolute beast of a bot, but one thing I am having trouble with all of this stuff on him is the stability. Maybe I've done something wrong. I don't think I have, but maybe I have. It sticks out too far and it's really pulling him back. I've got the knees bent, but if we try and do a straight stance with him, he's too heavy. The backpack's just too heavy for a straight stance. You have to have him sort of supporting, and then even then, it's not much. But before we get into all the articulation and the details, let's just get a few size comparisons out of the way. Alright, so there he is with MP10, Zeta Aerial Bot, Warbitron Swindle, and the NBK Scrapper. And there's the whole set together. Now that looks fantastic. Even if you're not really into the stylized look that they've gone for, it still is a very good looking set. Alright, so details and articulation wise, I think it's pretty good. In the face, we do have some yellow paint up here on the top of the ears. Yellow over black is never easy to do, so we do have black plastic coming through from underneath. Silver here on the faceplate is done fantastic, as is the red for the eyes. Very, very vibrant indeed. The head is on a ball socket, rocks around like that. Get the full 360 if you really want. Down that far and up that far, so not too bad at all. Shoulders wise, we have these mushroom pegged shoulders which go around that far unimpeded, nice and stiffly. The forearm here does hit this armor piece. You do have a couple of ratchets here and here, which out of the box, mine were both up one. And you've got to sort of turn the arm like this to get it to click down that next one. And then something seems to be getting in the way, and when it's down that ratchet click and I start turning it, it just comes off. Hey guys, really sorry, I had to cut some of this footage out because I just realized through most of this review I have the shoulders transformed incorrectly. I had them, so look, he comes out of the box with his shoulders like this, right, which means the door is touching this body, which means it's really impeded, and it also means that when you turn it a certain way, it will pop off this mushroom peg. The way you're meant to do it is like this and have it tabbed in up here. So, untab it from there, shimmy this up, tab it into the front here, and then grab the wheel, and you've got this little tab right here. The wheel just doesn't really tab in, it just sort of sits there. Like that. Now, it's much more free. Yeah. That ratchet is still super tight, but now you can move that friction joint out pretty far. Much better. So there's a ratchet mechanism in there, and there's a couple of ratchet clicks. But when it's on, there's no ratcheting whatsoever. Get on there. There we go. Paint in both the shoulders is nice and consistent. We do have a black stripe around here, some decent silver there. The grille, like the front grille, looks good, as does these emergency lights in the front. Nice smoked window there. Bit of silver and black down here in the forearm as well. All done really consistently. Bit of red plastic in the forearm there, that looks great. And then the hand and a bit more silver gunmetal on the inside. Now when it comes to the forearms, there's a lot going on here. So we've got a mushroom peg swivel there. We got a hinge that goes. Another thing that I needed to correct as well was this side to side. I don't know why I mentioned it that way. That is really dumb. You just turn it around like that, and now double jointed elbow. Then we have a ball socket wrist, which is nice and stiff, and you get a whole lot of motion out of that as well. Chest wise, ton of detail here. Not very much paint other than this yellow with the black coming through on the other sides. If you see that, a little bit of black bleeding from underneath. No big deal. Waist swivel, ratcheted. I suppose if I got rid of this backpack, I'd be able to get more out of that. We have hip flaps on ball sockets. These are super stiff. I'm digging that. And then we have ratcheted hips out. Get you that far. Nice and loud sounding. Listen to that. And then we get ratcheted back that far. Look at this chunk. Bloody hell, I grabbed the wrong spot. This guy's so chunky. And then ratcheted forward that far. Super strong. Super strong. Digging that. I think it's, what have we got up top? Ratcheted upper thigh swivel and an exact 90-degree bend at the knee, which is super stiff on both sides and strong as. Stronger than that backpack tab anyway. So happy with that. On the shins, bit of red paint here. It's only done on the top, it's not done on the insides. And then we've got some shiny silver there, a bit of silver on this fake foot, and that's pretty much it. All the plastic throughout this feels really thick, really strong. Like there's like no flex to it at all. Everything, it just feels so like bulky and sturdy. It doesn't even feel hollow. It feels like it's just a solid chunk, you know what I mean? And then all that's left is down to the feet. Now, I'm not a fan of these feet. I'm really not. But we do have a rock to there and back again, and then nothing. Maybe one click forward, and then whatever you want back, really. But I prefer a heel spur, to be honest. Pretty much made a mess of this guy. Let's clean him up. Oh, good enough. Let's get onto the transformation now. Start by removing this bullshit off his legs here, and then remove this stuff off his backpack here. That. Bring the foot back, and then bring the heel forward. Then untab these two sections. Then slide these shins up over the thighs. Get in there. If you have any trouble getting it to collapse, that is because there is a tab just in there that needs to tab into the bottom in here. Push it all the way in, give it a good push, rotate around, collapse down both sides, and then tab and tab. Open the chest, push the head down, close the chest, move this ladder and everything down and out of the way, rotate the arms backwards, fold these wheels.
Seems like a system error.
Bring both the shoulders up, tab the front of the truck together. Oh god, that's very, very tight. Fold these doors back and tab them in to the back here. Rotate these elbow pieces so this tubular detail here is facing outwards. Rotate the forearms so these silver bits are facing forward. Untab the inside of the forearm and unfold. Fold the forearm down and then untab this hinge right here and extend. Rotate this panel and then fold this arm down like that. Untab this panel because I got ahead of myself. Bring this panel down and then tab it in there and there. Straighten this section of the torso up and tab in. Unfold this leg panel, putting this tab under here and this tab hole on that tab. Extend these two chest wheels. Grab the combiner feet, lift up the toe, pull this section out, fold it around, tab in, close the toe, back up. Tab the rear end into the back of the leg, got a tab there and a tab hole there. They're very tight. Grab your ladder, bring this all the way around, slide it over here, got a tab there and a tab there. And then grab your combiner chest plate and you've got 4 tabs on the bottom here. Grab these ridiculous missile pods and tab them in there, and there. Then grab his cannons and tab this one on this side and this one. There you go, in all his ridiculous glory. Now, hotspot in his fire engine mode is bloody ridiculous. It barely looks like a fire engine, let alone any sort of emergency services vehicle. I guess they needed to make him turn into a rolling rectangle, and they sure did. One thing I am happy about is because the plastic is all so thick and really sturdy, all of these tabs are super secure. There is nothing, but I knocked the gun off with my thumb. But this is just really secure, really holding together well. The only real thing I'm noticing is there is a color difference in the panels between the front here and there. Is that focusing? There we go. There's a color difference between these panels, but that is pretty much it. The design itself is pretty rubbish. I will say it's pretty rubbish. Yes Metal couldn't really do much with that because they're just knocking off the design. They didn't design it themselves. But yeah, as far as it goes, it's holding together really well. It is really sturdy. It is really, really quite heavy. It does the job. There's not much really to say about it. It's barely a fire truck. Alright, so there's the whole set all together, and my god, once this is all done, I'm never transforming any of these ever again. The tolerance in some of these tabs, and just how much plastic you have to flex, and oh my god, the plastic is, all the edges are so sharp. Look at my hands. They are really sore. Like, why does it have to be so sharp? Every single one of them. But anyway, my delicateness aside, it is a reasonably good looking set in vehicle mode. It's not too bad. The proportions do throw it off, and their vehicle modes, I'm not a fan. So let's just pull back a little bit and do a quick size comparison. Here he is with MP10 and an NBK Constructicon. Alright, is that you satisfied? Alright, let's go on to final thoughts. Alright, so is it worth it and should you buy it? I'm going to say hell yeah, it's worth it. And yeah, you should buy it. For the $89 price tag, you do get a lot for your money. There is a ton of accessories. This guy is huge and he's really well made. The plastic is very thick, very strong, very sturdy. It's all holding together really well. I haven't seen a single stress mark, sprue mark, or anything. There's no damage whatsoever. I've transformed this thing a few times now and it's held together really, really well. It is the best quality bot of the set. I wish the other limbs were at the same standard as this guy, but unfortunately they're not. But if you're watching this and you feel like you've missed the train, fret not. ShowZ Store have pre-orders up. They might even be in stock by now, of all 4 limbs to go along with this guy. So if you're watching this and you're keen on the set, head over to ShowZ Store right now and grab them while they've got them in stock. Don't forget to hang around because I do have the combiner mode video coming up next. And that's it. Now, if you enjoyed this video and like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe to my channel. Remember to check out my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also the private Facebook group and my fantastic website, botsandbits.net, for all your bots and bitty news. And as always, guys, thank you very much for your time and thanks for watching.